Shalom Israel. With Isupk, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We start off in 1969, and we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If you're not in Isupk and the Commanding General Yohana, you're not under the truth. Officer CHAZAAQ SHAPAR, South Carolina class, teaching the Lashawan Qadash class tonight here in Greenville, South Carolina. We're here starting off tonight. We're like we do all nights. We're gonna let people know that the Lashawan Qadash is the holy tongue. You know, we use our charts over here to the left. It's ancient Hebrew and Assyrian Hebrew, and our goal and aim, of course, is to teach the Most High. Is to teach the truth about our language and about all of our understanding of the Bible. We're the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. We're the priests and prophets of the Most High. We teach that the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the lost 12 tribes, man. And we have a language. It's called Hebrew, you know, and that's what we speak. And of course, in captivity in the Syrian language, we got caught in the Assyrian language, and they used that our sounds and changed the language. They changed all of the characters. You know, characters is a picture, and they changed all of that. Got somebody in class?
That's me.
Okay, yeah. And then we use our Syrian Hebrew, of course, you know, and of course we use our ancient Hebrew. The ancient is the original Hebrew, of course, and the Assyrian is the Hebrew that was when we were in captivity in Assyria. You know, that's what happened. You know, that's how we got caught in captivity. And I'm sorry, that's the language that we used when we were caught in captivity, in the Syrian language. And the Syrian starts from reads from right to left, and the Hebrew language from right to left, because they have different characters, but the sounds are the same. And there are 22 sounds on the ancient, and there's 27 on the Assyrian. The 5 ending characters are ka, sha, ma, na, pa, and taza. Those characters occur when you have a word, and those there are 5 ending characters where those occur in the Assyrian language, of course. That's the change that they gave us also, you know. In our ancient language, we have the distinction of understanding that we have connectors. They connect sounds together, or they hold themselves in a sound, on their own sound. We call them independent connectors, or dependent connectors. They're upside down U, or a U is a dependent connector. Somebody else?
Nolly Dre.
Nolly Dre, glad to have you in class. And that's where we're going to start out. We're going to start out and understand as we're on as we're having everybody check in class. Glad everybody have people checking in class, getting your water, your mayam or your yan. You know, we understand that the more and more you get used to using the charts of the Assyrian, and the more you get used to them, then you'll understand what we're doing here. But I mean, by osmosis, I can't just pour it in your head. You have to study this chart every day to understand the Assyrian. And what we were talking about in the connectors, as we're out there in the audience, how many vowels are there? Like you have in the English language, you have A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y. But Assyrian has vowels, okay? They have vowel sounds. The Syrian or the ancient, they both have the same vowel sounds. The only difference is, of course, you have the connectors. Of course, you know, an independent connector here and a dependent connector there, okay? And that's the difference. And that's the ancient Hebrew reads like that, okay? But how many vowels are there? I want you guys to tell me how many vowels are there, and write it in the chat. How many vowels are there? You know, How many? Tell me how many vowels are there? How many vowels are in the Hebrew? Okay, it doesn't matter if it's the ancient. How many vowels are there? As people check in the class, that's what we want to know. How many vowels are there? Before we get heavy into class here, we're going to talk about some numbers. We're going to talk about some understanding of vocabularies. We're going to talk about how, like we do every week now, we've graduated from writing in the English. Now we're going to start writing things down and hope that, and we want you to interpret it for us. What you got?
Nolly Drake said, he said, honestly, I don't know. I don't want.
Okay, well, let's teach you, Nolly. All right. Let's teach you. Trooper, how many vowels are there?
There are 2 vowels.
That's 2 vowels. Do you know what those, let's teach Nolly. Or anybody else looking at it, do you know what those vowels are?
Come.
What are they?
And I.
He says ah and I, right? Right?
Come.
Okay, ah, so you're saying like this and like that, right?
Come.
That's right. Now that's ancient, right?
Right.
Do you know the Syrian for those?
Syrian.
Huh?
Come.
Okay, write the Syrian on the board for me. Write the Syrian what those vowels look like in the Assyrian. So there are 2 vowels, Nolly. Or Nolly. Yeah, always write it up under it, if you could, for this time. Which one you writing there now?
I.
Okay. Okay. That about it.
Close.
Okay. And those are the 2 vowels. Just clap up for the troop. You understand that knowledge? Just pecan, sir, or whatever, you know. So the 2 vowels, I appreciate that, troop. So we just taught Nolly what the vowels are, right? That's important to know, isn't it? I mean, there are 2 vowels. Those vowels, if you look on the chart, and every word, what did he say?
He said, come, another one.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Nolly. And so for every word that you have in the Hebrew language, you're going to have 2 sounds. And I mean 2 vowel sounds. I apologize, Salaki. Okay, every word, so when we say Abba Gada Hawazaka, Tayakala Manasa, I Pa Taza Kwara Shata, you're hearing a ah. You know, either one of those. This is the ancient, of course, that's Assyrian. And then when you have I, you hear something like, let's say, Shabai, Shabi, you know. That's a word. You know, we'll get into that word here. There's an I there. But that's the only time you hear the I, and that's a vowel, okay? And it may come in at the end of the word, the middle of the word, the beginning. But the ah is always in every sound. You're going to have that in every sound. Like I said, Abba Gada Hawazakataya Kalamanasa Ipa Taza Kwarashata. You'll find that. Anybody else?
Shargate hand claps, and Marcus Harris he's signing in from Sumter.
Marcus Harris.
Yep.
Where's he signing in from?
From Sumter.
Sumter.
Come
Sumter where?
Sumter, South Carolina.
Yeah, completed. You said something. You said something. You said Sumter, right?
Come on.
Right, Sumter, South Carolina. So there's 2 vowels, the ah and the I. So no, he knows. You know, he knows now. That's good, right? Okay, and good. And that's important. And then of course, so let's erase that. And Nolly always, if you want to build off the Hebrew, you want to grab a pencil and paper and start to put it in your book, okay? That's the main thing. You want to just kind of keep it in your book. Now we're going to go over something real quick here. We're just kind of, this is like a preface or a preface of the class. You know, kind of like picking up some general understanding, but some people don't know this general understanding. And so now we're going to go over something that I want you to tell me what this is. Nolly, you got to understand what this is and what this is and what they do. If you don't know, we're going to tell you. Trooper, you know what they are. And of course, you guys write your, but continue to check in the class, give your name so you'll understand, so you come up. So we eventually give you a Hebrew name, okay? But you have to check in the class with the chat, okay?
Right.
All right? So this is an independent connector. That's a dependent connector. They are found in your ancient Hebrew. In other words, if I wrote a word, if I wrote something like a word like ra ta za. What does that mean, True?
It means earth.
It means earth, right? Clap it up for it, right? Exactly. Clap it up. It means earth. So if I was going to write that, I want you to go ahead and write that in Hebrew for me. Write it in the ancient first.
Come.
Write it in the ancient. We're just kind of going over class here. Just take your time, put it to the side, right beside it.
Come.
Over here, not way over there, right there. Right, about right in there somewhere. Yeah, a little closer. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, you writing it, well, you're going to need some room, so I thought maybe you, oh, that's what you're doing? Yeah, make room, okay. Yeah. Arataza. Yeah, I see what you're doing now. What are you writing it in Assyrian?
Come.
You can. Oh, I thought you was going to write it in ancient, but go ahead. Don't matter.
I can do the both.
Either one. It don't matter, either one. For the sake of understanding, do it in ancient. So Nolly, he's picking up, let him pick up the ancient first. And then we'll Nolly and everybody else that's in class, we'll pick up the ancient first so you can understand, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how these connectors fit into this. Okay? What you got? Where do you get that from?
Oops.
You want to put a ta, you want to put this ta without all that, right? A ta and a za is, but that is actually one together, ta-za. I can understand how you would do that.
Come.
Yeah, ta-za. I can understand that. It's probably made that way. So go ahead and put your connectors in there. Crooked there. Make it, yeah, all right. Put your other one in there. That's right, that's right. Yeah, clap it up for the trooper there. He sees that he's using all what?
Independent connectors.
All independent connectors, right? Independent by there over there. Yeah, he's using independent connectors, He's using independent connectors, the word independent. Nolly and everybody else checking class, got somebody else checking in class too. We're using all independent connectors on this particular word here, arataza, before we get started any further. We're just doing a warm up here in class, okay? And of course, right above there, dependent connector, okay? Probably D-A-N-T, but it's okay, it's close enough. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I think it is. Depends. Yeah. I think it is. But anyway, it's okay. So, I mean, I ain't gonna take out the dictionary just to try to spell that myself. Let's see what we got in class over there. What we got?
We got the Quan.
The Quan. Okay. Who else?
And then we got Nolly Dre said great demonstration.
Yeah, great demonstration. Okay. Independent and dependent. And so what it is, Nolly, and whoever else checking in class, arataza, a word like arataza, which means earth, okay? You have this much of it, is the first, that's the ah, okay? All right, then you have the ra, okay? The ra is this much of it. And they have a sound of their own, that's why they're independent, okay?
Right.
All right, and now the last sound is this taza. that is one whole sound by itself. That is actually in a character called CHAZAAQ. And that's what we're in the business of doing. We're in the business of putting characters on the board, and those characters make a what? Make a sound.
Right. Come on.
They spell something. So this CHAZAAQ looks like this. Okay?
Come on.
Okay. And so that's where you get the ah by itself, the ra by itself, and then the CHAZAAQ by itself. That's why we have the sounds that make independent sounds by themselves.
Right.
Right?
Come on.
Let's clap it up then. I hope you understand that, Nolly. Now, and sometimes if I want to make something and I want those sounds to depend on each other, we have what you call a dependent connector. And we'll get into that further on in class as we go, okay? Hope you understand that. All right? That make sense?
Come on.
Okay. So Nolly's been briefed. That's why I try to go over the beginning class, because I know a lot of people, you know, they really haven't seen this before. To reiterate again, and of course this is in Assyrian Hebrew. I mean, not Assyrian. I'm sorry, ancient Hebrew. If this was in, I want you to write that word out as though it was in Assyrian Hebrew.
Come on.
Yeah, matter of fact, now we're gonna, and everybody else that's listening, we're going to do this in, put it over to the side over there. We're gonna do this one in Assyrian Hebrew, the same exact word, aratazah. Okay? The reason why is because I want you to understand the difference, all right? Put it in a different color. Yeah, well. Make it look like this. This is a good way to do it, like this. I'm sorry, like that. And then come across it like that.
Okay.
Like a down, you gotta go down, all the way down. Now come across. Now throw the stem up. Sorta like that. Okay, and that's a CHAZAAQ. Okay, and so what that is explain what you got. Now you have it, but you ain't finished, right?
Come on.
Why ain't you finished?
Because it needs an ending character.
It needs an ending character, so clap it up for that brother right there. But he's showing you, I want you to put the ending character under it.
Come on.
Okay, so you can see it. Put it in black there. Now, and explain it to Nolly. That's just a long stem going down. And then the other one comes into it. Something like that, yeah. Now, explain that to Nolly.
Alright.
It doesn't have connectors, so,
Right.
but what does Hebrew has that's Assyrian?
Okay, you got all in the Assyrian Hebrews.
Now you can step to the side.
Okay.
Move that other heather back
Yeah,
there.
come on.
Gotta move it so he can see what you're doing.
Alright.
All right?
In the Assyrian Hebrew, you have then Ra,
Mm-hmm.
then CHAZAAQ.
Right.
But this right here,
Not this. The ending. Say what it is. You said this right here. What is that?
what I was talking about this one first, and then
Well, just say
going straight to that.
just say the ending character.
Okay. All right. Then.
That this is an ending character.
Okay.
Then say that.
All right. But this is an ending character
Right.
at the end of the word.
Right.
But there's two. There's two different looking ones for the ending character
It is.
on the chart. So,
There's two different ones for the ending character.
well, it looks different.
There's only one ending character.
I mean, there's one ending character.
Okay, so what's the thing in green there?
But they're both CHAZAAQ though.
Okay,
Both of
I'd buy that.
Both of them are CHAZAAQ.
Right.
But the ending character looks like this.
I agree with that. Yeah, clap it up.
So,
You gotta be specific, because that's what you're telling it.
right.
So in other words, it's a ratazah, and it has a regular sound that's, point to it. A regular sound that's ending, that's not an ending character. It's just a regular sound. It's tazah. But the ending character we put up under it to show you that that word really is supposed to be like that. So go ahead and erase that one, so he'll know that anything that's an ending character has to be replaced. Anything that ends with a, at the end of a word has to have an ending character.
Right.
If it is part of the ending character, the 5 ending characters on the board, right? So go ahead and replace it. Yeah, just write it up there. Now you can just duplicate what you got down there to the bottom, so Nolly can understand, okay? There you go. Yeah, you can erase the one on the bottom now. And that's what we've really done. And then you don't need any connectors, because the Syrian language doesn't have connectors. It has ending characters, okay?
Right.
All right, good. Clap it up for you. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Now see what we got, who we have there. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Marcus Harris said this is first time seeing this.
Yeah, you understand, Marcus? Good. So let's refresh.
And then,
Who else?
he have, Officer 50, Pagabawa.
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 Uh-huh.
Yeah, how about checking in from, Centralville, Virginia.
Good, glad to have you in, bro.
And then, Nolly Dre said written from right to left, correct?
Right from left, yeah. It's always right to left, okay? All right?
Oh,
That's- Yeah, go ahead.
Sister Powerball checking in too.
Sister Parabah, glad you have in class, Sister Parabah, okay?
Yeah.
Now let's get everybody involved here a little bit even further. I just did this so for Nolly Dre and who else, the other guy?
Marcus Harris.
Marcus Harris, just first time, for understanding the Hebrew. When you read, like I say, we use the base word of aratazah, which means the earth. That's all it means, just ground, terra, earth, dirt.
Right.
So we use that word in the Hebrew, and we wrote it in the ancient as we have aratazah. And those little U's, upside down U's, are called independent connectors. Why are they connectors? Because they connect the sounds. They either tell the sound to be dependent upon each other. To make a sound, you can use 2, you can use 3. Well, mostly,
Right.
most time we use 2.
Right.
And but if it's independent, that means it has its own sound. That's the reason why we use an upside down U, and that's the only reason why. You would only use that in the ancient Hebrew. But however, the brother just got through explaining the Assyrian Hebrew doesn't have connectors. It just doesn't.
Right.
It has 5 ending characters. 5. And those 5 ending characters, one of them is the tazah. And because this ends in tazah, then we need to put that and make it a tazah. Okay?
Right.
That makes sense? All right, everybody understand, right?
Come.
All right, let's get clicking. Let's get to work here. Let's get to work. Now let's go to work. And you guys copied it down your notes, Nolly and other brother.
And Marcus Harris.
And Marcus, okay? And make sure you check in. All those troopers and young men, who haven't got your name, make sure you check in. And we appreciate some of the officers that check in to support the class. You support the young brothers and troopers, man. Appreciate that. I have on the board some ancient Hebrew, right? And I want you guys to tell me what these are. I want you to tell me the first one. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to write in the chat from right to left what 1, 2, and 3. What are these sounds? Write in the chat. It don't take but six letters, right? Because each one of them going to have at least a vowel in it called an ah. So tell me, what are these? I mean, that's how we learn. That's how we learn. We're learning it because I can't get out there and give everybody a piece of paper. So here's your paper right on the board right here. Okay, everybody can participate. It doesn't matter who it is. I appreciate that. What does that sound? Number 1, say 1 and then write what it is. 2, write what it is. And 3, write what it is. We'll give you guys a few seconds. It won't take long. Tell me what those sounds are. All right? Tell me what those sounds. That's what I need. Anybody?
Pagabawa.
Getting somebody, huh?
He said CHAZAAQ.
The officer got, what the officer got?
SHAPAR and Ka.
The officer 50 got Sa, sound like a man of experience. Ha. And what? Ka?
And Ka.
Sound like the officer got some experience over there. All right. I mean, we're doing some basic stuff over here. Because, and I appreciate the officer for participating, okay? Saha and Ka. Does everybody else agree with that? Just write Khan, sir, or whatever, you know. If you agree with it, he's got Saha and Ka. Anybody else?
Yeah. Sister Parabah.
Parabah?
Oh, it was. She put by it first, but she changed it.
She changed it?
She got CHAZAAQ and Ka also.
Okay, no, I mean, hey, listen. I'm not going to get answered away till, that sounds plausible. But that's good. She got Saha and Ka too? All right, anybody else?
Nolly and
Yeah.
and Marcus, they both said Khan because they're following along.
Okay, good. There's nothing wrong. That's how you learn. They clap it up for everybody in class. Now, I put that up on the board for a reason. The reason why I put that up there, because I'm going to put up some familiarity. I've done this class before. The familiarity is that they look alike, do they not? Don't they? Hey man, because it don't take much to go there and do this. And I got a ha, right?
Right. On lines.
Huh?
On lines following through.
Yeah. They look like, right? Or I come over here and put, and I got me some, whoa, what's going on here, man? So, what we got in class?
Officer Pagabawa, he gave hand claps.
Who?
He applauded.
Pagabawa, yeah, exactly right. Let's clap it up. Exactly right. I appreciate that support, bro. Exactly right. And that's what they look alike. And to start it off, the Sa, the Ha, and the Ka looks damn alike.
Right.
Okay, and this is how they look. Okay, so if I were to put a word up there like this word, let's do a word like this. Let's use that one. Let's say this word. I want y'all. No, let's don't do that. Let's do this. Let's do this word here. I want y'all to tell me, we're going to use that one, and I want y'all to tell me what this word is, all right? Let me see. I want to use that. Yeah. I want y'all to tell me what that word is in English. I'm using this right there. Or just tell me. We got them up on the board, so tell me what it means. We'll take this back out here. We don't need that. I'm just trying to show you guys an illustration of how these things look alike.
Right.
They got different sounds, man. The only familiarity is that they have that ha in there, that ah, that ah, that ah.
Right.
So, tell me, what does this word spell? Got the brothers in class tonight and one woman, Parabah, Officer Shar's wife. So tell me, what does this word spell in English? Write down, tell me what it is. Anybody?
We just had one comment before. Want to read it?
Who?
Officer Pagabawa, he said it took me a while too, but we get it.
Yep, exactly right. Exactly right.
Oh, then he said SHAPAR.
What did he say?
SHAPAR.
SHAPAR, okay.
SAKAL.
Spell it.
SAKAL.
Okay, does everybody agree with that or disagree? Pagabawa, put it on there, officer. That's what he said. He said that's what that word is. All right.
Right.
Okay. Does everybody agree?
He said he don't know what it means to lock it.
No, that's all right. And we'll put up what it means. Just let me know that he can interpret it.
Right.
We're interpreting the Hebrew today, and that's what we do all the time. Okay, that's what we've been doing because we graduated from deciphering it for you to you interpreting it for me. Tell me what it is. Anybody else? We'll give a couple more seconds to see if Pagabawa's right. Is he correct? You know, let's make sure. Okay. Well, I guess I'm assuming he's correct, and he's right. Let's clap it up for the brother. Clap it up for all. Yeah, that word is sa-call, and we use sa. It's a giveaway because we're using, well, not a dead giveaway, but I am using. I told you what it is up here. Sa, and of course, Pagabawa said it, and everybody agrees with that this is sa hanakah. So we use sa-call, that word. You know, a lot of people
Right.
want to know what that means. And it simply means this. You guys are doing this tonight. That's what you guys are doing. What does that word spell?
Observe.
To what?
To observe. We're observing.
It just says observe.
Oh.
Say exactly what it is. Observe.
Observe.
Right. Observe. It means observe. And then that's just a word. It's a good vocabulary word. Write these down in your vocabularies, and that's how we'll grow. So let's do another one, okay? You guys write this down, or you guys write this down, Nolly and my other brother there, and Parabah, everybody that's, you know, even officer, if you want to write it down, you can. This is just part of your vocabulary. I'll give you a few more seconds there. You guys should have written that down, okay? But that's how I grew. That's how my vocabulary grew right here, just starting doing this, okay? Writing it down and growing from there, over and over and over again. All right, I'm assuming everybody got it? And if not, you can always roll the video back and look at that one right there, okay? Okay? All right, let's do another word. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. We're going to do one in Syrian here in a second here, okay? Right now we're just doing ancient so you can kind of get the idea because that's what we have. We're doing this in the ancient right now, okay? I'll write ancient up here. Ancient Hebrew, so people can understand. There. Okay. Oops. Tell me what that is. Sorry. Ooh. I'm sorry. Should be like that. Okay, there we go. Anybody?
Officer talk about said Kama, spelled CHAAMAH.
Spell it again.
Okay. CHAAMAH.
M-A-A-H.
Come on.
That's what he said?
Come on.
All right. Anybody else? Okay.
The power ball, spelled it CHAAMAAH. And then Nolly said CHAAMA.
Knowledge said, wait a minute, I have to put those down. Okay, what did Parabah say?
Since the power ball said CHAAMAAH.
Okay, and what does Nolly have?
He put CHAAMA.
Anybody else?
I think.
Anybody else? Anybody? All right. Anybody?
Officer Pagabawa said he corrected. He did something else.
Okay, what do you got?
He got CHAAMAAH.
Okay, you got the same as Parabah.
I don't know. He put some spaces between the cow.
It's all right. It's all right. Listen, it's not a right or wrong thing here. What I like is the fact that people are thinking. When I see them thinking, then I know everybody's, and we'll a giveaway. First of all, you guys on the right track. It does spell Kama'a. Okay, I'll tell you what it means in a second. The giveaway is the fact that it's independent connectors here. And I might have made a mistake and put a dependent connector here before. That might have been my fault. And I apologize, Salakia. But the fact that the officer changed his mind, he's right. And Parabah is right. And Nola, you're very close. You have to put this other A sound in here. But you're right. You have a Ka independent. You have a Ma independent. And you have to put the full A sound, or Ah, in there. And that's that A, because it is a vowel itself, it has an H on the end of it, and that's Ah.
Right.
So, what?
Oh, no, I'm just
Yeah. So it's Ka Ma'a.
Right.
Ka Ma'a. Okay? And so just clap it up for them, both. They say everybody's right. Everybody's correct. But the fact that the officer changed, he's right. And Parabah got it right the first time, and then actually, really, I'm thinking both of y'all had it because I had a dependent. But the key is, if I would have put a dependent connector there, then you could take one of those A's out, it would be Kama. Because then you're trying to make one sound. But here, since they have independent sound, then A has to get its full sound.
Right.
Does everybody understand that? Somebody in the chat right there?
Daquan.
Daquan, right. Exactly right, Daquan. Exactly right. Appreciate that. Who else there?
Officer Pagabawa said,
Right.
Salaki, I don't want you gave it away when you put the independent on.
I know. I understand that. It's all right. But that's fine. It's your brain, man. You guys are doing it. You guys doing all the miracle work in here. But the point is, you're right. And I put a connector right here. And sometimes I'll do stuff like that, accident or intentional, just to throw you off. But the point is, the fact that you changed it lets me know that independent, when it's got an independent sound, it has to take the full A-H.
Right.
That's just a rule. Just want you guys to understand that. So it's kama'a. You know, that makes sense, right? Kama'a. Anybody? And of course the word means this. This is what the word means, okay? It simply means butter. Anybody in chat? What's it got?
Officer Pagabal said that's right.
Exactly right. Gotcha.
Well,
Okay, it means butter, and that's the whole point. You know, those are the rules, and once you learn these rules, you'll begin to pick up on it. You know, even if I try to throw you off, you know, you'll say, no. Or if I mean, you know, or even if I do it wrong. Well, either way, the point is, the word is kama'a.
right.
Because of the connector. Now, if you didn't know these connectors, like if you come up here and write this in Assyrian for me, if you could for me, trooper.
Okay.
Write it. Even Noli got close to it. I'm proud of him because he's just learning the Hebrew. Write it down there. Write it in the Assyrian. We're going to write in the Assyrian language what this is. A ka, you know. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, go ahead. Get in front of the board if you can.
Okay.
Yeah. You and me got it well, I can.
How you doing?
All right. So you can see what's going on. You can't write to the side. Go ahead. Yeah, you have to be looking straight at the board to do it right. Okay? It would help. That should be doing it for a while. Okay, step to the side. And then explain what you've done.
All right, here in the Assyrian Hebrew, we got ka, ma, and then
Simple as that.
kama,
You need the connectors?
la, sir.
Hell no. Clap it up for it, right? And see right there, and that's the fallacy of Assyrian Hebrew. It has no connectors, man. So it really is hard to decipher or hard to read. What we got, Chuck?
Oh, we got Officer Pagabal said Trooper gonna learn way faster than most in class.
That's right. Clap it up for it. He's exactly right. Thanks, appreciate it, Pagawa. He's exactly right, man. Clap that for him. Clap that for him. He's exactly right. Exactly right. They learn faster because they're in class, man, and they're going back and forth, and they're learning. That's exactly right, Pagawa. You're exactly right. And that's this. You can't look at this and hardly pronounce it. I know it's okay. It's kama'a. I can, but I definitely can get it off of this one because it has my connectors up there, man. Kama. Now I know how to spell it. Now I know it's not kama. And that could be a whole nother word. It could be a word like kamash. And when you look at it in the Assyrian, when you look at it in the Tanakh, when we read it on the Sabbath services, you look at a word real quick, and sometimes, they have other tenses. And we'll get into that maybe a next week class, tenses, where we go over the tenses like past tense, present tense, future tense. And then, but you got to be careful when you look at words. I was going to get into some other things, but now, okay, so we got one more of these, and I think we'll move on to some number systems there, right? Okay. I appreciate that everybody's participating. That's how we learn. That's how we learn. Everybody, I know Parabah. I know when she wakes up and drink her yam of water, but yam, she got it, man. So she gets on track, man. She's on track. The sister's on track. Hey, all right. Let's see what we got. Let's do one more of these. Come up here and write for me, would you? Write it over there. Let's use the last one. That's the ha, right? They all look alike. Yeah, just write it sort of like right there.
Right, these three letters?
No, write ha.
Oh, ha. Syrian?
Yeah, write it down a little further. No, not Assyrian. Write that ha. Ancient.
Oh,
Ha.
ancient down here?
Yeah, you got the first one.
Okay. Ha.
Come on, Prue. Come on now. Ha, right, ah. Right? Alright. Right, ma. And right, ya. And na. Is that ya? That look like a ya to you?
That's a lot.
Well, why you got it up there on that board? Alright. Come on now. I'd buy that. Okay, I'd buy that one. I'd buy that one. Okay. Alright, go ahead. I got it from there.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Alright. So we want to make sure, you know, when you're writing words down, don't guess at them. Don't even write it if you don't know it, right? If you don't know, I mean, you know, just you don't know it, right? Okay, tell me what this word is. Y'all write that word out in the chat and tell me what it is. Tell me what that word is before we move on here. Like doing homework, right? Huh? Like doing homework, and that's how you learn. You know, you gonna learn is Hebrew. What we got? Anybody?
Sister Parabah said,
Okay.
Ha'amayan.
Okay, she said Ha'amayan.
And she spelled it H.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She spelled it H.
Uh-huh.
A.
Uh-huh.
H. M. A. Y. A. N.
Okay.
Then Officer Pagabawan said H. Says Salaki H A A H M A Y A N.
They spell it the same, don't
Okay.
they? Anybody else? What you got, Noli? What you got, what's the other brother name?
Marcus.
Marcus. And then, and this is how you're gonna learn. Give them a few more seconds here. Like the brother and the sister, the officer, Pagabawa, and Parabah have the exact same thing. I believe, yeah, they do. What?
Nolly Dre said, he said, I triple trying to spell it out all the one.
That's all right. You just take your time. I mean, I don't care if you copy the same thing that they got. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Same thing that officer got over there, you know, and Parabah's a student. Well, she's been in here for a while. She's been learning here in South Carolina. You know. So, you know, just, in other words, as reference of what they put down, just look at it. You got the connectors, independent, 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 dependent. These two sounds depend on each other. That's what dependent connector is. That little U there, they depend on each other. That's why I like to write it out in ancient first, then I'll come back and I'll write it in Assyrian. so you can see the difference, okay? So you can see, I used to mix them, but I don't do that anymore. People get confused. Let's stay with the ancient, and then we'll go back and interpret it in the Assyrian. What you got? Nothing? Okay.
No.
Everybody still, we'll give you guys about 10 more seconds or so, you know. We'll give you guys a few more seconds there. We want you guys to understand, let that sink in, and let you guys understand, you know. You can use one of those up there. Yeah, we want you guys to understand a little bit about the language, so therefore we put it up here with the connectors, and so forth. You have ha'amayan, and that's where we're using this one right here. All these that look alike, the ka, the ha, and the sa, or the sa, ha, and the ka, they look alike. And I'm trying to, I mean, I can go over this. I'm going over it purposely, methodically, and very slow, so you guys can understand. There's a big difference when you look at these. Not to get confused when you see these. So you get a very, in your notes, you should have it written out like that. So when you see it, you're saying, I know the difference between a ha now. You know, I know what a sa is, because I have a word to show it. I know it in the connector. I have the connectors. I know the ending, ending characters. I'm sorry, I apologize to you, Salaki. And so I understand what's going on, see? And that's important. You know, have somebody else writing something down over there on the web. But that's important, man, to understand what that is, what this stuff is. You know? What? What we got?
Officer Pakabawas said, Shalaki, I don't want mixing helped me pass my test.
Yeah.
He said keep mixing. He said keep mixing, it helps.
Help him pass the test.
And he said plus those are the only characters that look like that 3 bar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we mix them up like that. And of course, I mix them in Assyrian too, you know. Also, I like to, I used to mix some Assyrian and the ancient together, but I want to methodically see so people can see. There's some more Pagabawa, some more up there that look alike, and we'll introduce them. I got to get in quite detail, but I'll at least put them up on the board so you guys can see them and you can tell me what they are. So you can see the familiarity, okay? All right, so, anybody else?
Sir.
Okay, let's clap it up for both of them, all right? Officer Pagabawa and Paraba and Nali, I'm pretty sure you and the other, he didn't write nobody, okay, good. Well, everybody else, that's how you spell that, Ha'amayan, okay? I'm pretty sure the word. That's correct. That's the way to do it. The word means this. Write this in your notes too. Oops. I spelled that right? Yeah, believe. That's the way, that's what that word means. It means to believe. You say, I believe you, Hamayan, Hamayan. Not, you want to say the full word, Ha'amayan, Ha'amayan, Ha'amayan. Okay? Believe that.
Right.
Hamayan. So Hamayan,
Right.
Believe that, brother.
Right.
Hamayan. And that's what it is. So if everybody have that written down, let's move on a little bit here. let's write these three down here. Show you some familiarity here, okay? All right. Hope you guys write those down. What?
Officer Pagabawad said most definitely B.
Huh?
He said most definitely B. Like New Yorkers like he said
Yeah.
he said don't say that Barbara Shaw.
All right.
New York say.
New York.
He said so like it.
Huh?
He said so like it.
I mean, you can do stuff like some words like this one. All right. Well, I didn't write those in the Syrian, but I mean, you can. A lot of people get these confused. These right here. Huh? A lot of people get these confused. All right. Y'all write from right to left. Come on. From 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. What are these? What sounds are those on our charts? Those look exactly, they don't look exactly like, but they're familiar in some cases. A lot of people look at them like, what in the world?
Right.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they look just alike. Right?
Right. Come on.
I mean, you know, when you're just starting out, they look alike. What you got?
Officer Pagabawad said Gayaza.
Gazaza?
Gayaza.
Okay.
And Sister Powerball said Gayaza as well.
We say Ga. And what else?
Ya and Za.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody? We'll I'm doing this, you know, taking the time out because I want people to understand that we're going to get into the Assyrian on this one too because, you know, all right. Okay. So everybody's done?
Come on.
Everybody said this part about what she said. Same thing?
Come on. Yeah,
Noli? What Noli say? And what's the other brother again?
Marcus.
Marcus?
Come on, God. I didn't say anything yet. Probably just taking the notes down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. I'm a little bit.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, so let's clap it up for them. Exactly right. Ga, Ya, and a Za. This is a Ga, a Ya, and a Za. And they look alike, man. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
They look alike. But I mean, when you first start looking at them, you say, what the hell? They look alike, right? Now, I've written on the bottom here, and I want you guys to match it up. Put it down to what number goes to what. 1, 2, and 3. I want you to do 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what number, or just let me see, how can I do this right? Tell me on the first one here, what number is that matchup? What number is that matchup? There's a specific sync of numbers that these 1, 2, and 3 go with this 1, 2, and 3. Salakia. Tell me, Salakia, sorry. What number go with what? There's a specific number order that they go in. This is 1, 2, and 3. Ga, Yad, Ha. So there's a Ga, Yad, Ha here, but which, I'm sorry. Ga, Yad, and Za, I'm sorry. Ga, Yad, Za. So there's a specific order down here in which that Ga, Ya, and Za go. So what are they? Tell me. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1. What is it? Write those down in the chat, man. I want to see a set of numbers down here. In other words, tell me. I want to see a set of numbers, and they go on these green lines that those go to, that match to these. This is the Syrian here. This is the ancient. And this is the Syrian. Okay? Tell me. Y'all tell me. What numbers go with what? We got some answers down there?
Kind.
What we got?
Officer Pagabawa said 3, 2, and 1. I'm guessing he did it from.
He said 3, 2, and 1?
I don't know if he went like this.
No, I mean, always right to left. I want you to go right to left. In other words, what is it down here? I want you to go here, here, and here. From right, we're always going right to left in Hebrew. I mean, we know it's Ga, Yad, and Za. That's 1, 2, and 3. So which one of these numbers match with down here? It's a matching quiz there. So what is it? You tell me. Tell me. You tell me which one of these numbers. I mean, if that's fine. What did he say?
Yeah, he did the first answer. He said 2, 3, 1.
He said 2, 3, and 1?
Come.
He said 2, 3, and 1, right? Okay. All right. Anybody else? He said 2, a 3, and a 1. That's what Pagabawa said, okay? So now this is ancient right here. This just kind of tests your ability into understanding the difference between these two. That's what this exercise is. What else you got down? Who's down there? Anyway, he said, officer said 2, 3, 1. Pagabawa. Go ahead. Anybody else?
That was loud, sir.
Parabah? Come on now. You know what that is, unless y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
No? Huh?
Yeah. Sister Pagabawa said 2, 3, 1. Also.
Sister Parabah say 2, 3, and 1, 2.
Come.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Oh, officer.
We give you a few more seconds there. Huh?
Daquan said 2, 3, 1.
Daquan said 2, 3, and 1.
Come.
All right. Because the Syrian can be challenging. All right. So let's clap it up for him. Exactly right. In other words, this is a Yah. And then they said 3. Then that is a Za. Exactly right. And of course, by process of elimination, that has to be a Ga, right? That just happened to be the 1. So 2, 3, and 1, exactly right. And you see, they look nothing alike, these.
Right.
Absolutely nothing alike. In this case, when I said, how in the world I'm gonna memorize all this? But it's just a matter of studying every day.
All right.
They look nothing alike, man. Right?
Come.
So, all of the young men, and if you need to, and the troopers and sisters, or anybody for that matter, but I know the officers, and even some of the sisters know, even some of the troopers, even some of the young men. But if you need to, write this down. That's important, because I'm writing down the familiarity and of some of these words and how they can trick you a little bit, right?
Come.
Right? Right. That makes sense?
Come.
Okay, let's do this one. Here, write this one down for me. Give you a sign right here. All right? I want you to write. Oh yeah. Man, I erased my. Yeah, write these down, would you? If you could, for me. Well. There we go. I want you to write write these three down. Ta. Like a little shield. Yeah. And an I. Tell me what these put 1, 2, and 3 under the bottom of those. There you go. Appreciate that. All right. Appreciate that. All right. All right. What do we got here? What do we got? Tell me what these are. And then of course you know the drill. We're gonna tell you. We want you to put it in the Syrian too. But right now, I want you to concentrate on the ancient. What are those? Anybody? What we got?
We got Officer Pagabawa said Da.
Uh-huh.
And then Ta. And then I.
And I?
Come.
That's I as in vowel sound? Yep.
And then Sister Fire Bob said Da, Ta, I.
Okay. All right.
As well.
And I don't care how you get it, from your notes or from your mind or from, who else? Somebody else got something down there?
No, he was, Officer Pagabawa said comment, sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't care how you do it. Just long as you write it down, as long as you understand and see how they look alike. I mean, when I first started seeing some of these things, they look a lot alike. That's the whole point. All right? If that's correct, now I want you to write down. Oh, is that anybody else?
Come.
Yeah.
The Quan says Da, Ta, and I.
Okay, he's right.
Come.
So everybody's correct on that. Clap up. The Quan got it, Parwa got it, Pagabawa got it. Officer Pagabawa, okay? And now I want you to draw, I want you to do, I want you guys right here. Tell me, I'm going to put them in a specific order, and I want you guys to tell me what order is this in? Is that correct? Tell me what order do I have it in? Or, you put it in order. I just put them down randomly. I put them down randomly. Is it 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 1, 2? What do I got here?
Sister Fire Bob said, she said 1, 2, 3.
She said 1, 2, 3?
Come.
Wow. You mean I wasn't creative at all, huh?
The Quan said 1, 2, 3.
He said 1, 2, 3? Okay, all right. Who else?
He answered, but he said straight like that.
Who?
Officer Pagabawa said straight like that.
Straight like that? Okay. Anybody else? Everybody says straight like that, huh? What?
I'm just laughing. Let's come.
Okay, it's all right.
Come.
So let's clap it up for everybody in the chat right there. Exactly right. I mean, you look at these, they look nothing. And I'll repeat, they look nothing like what this is. That's why you have to study these. And but these, the ones that I'm putting on the board, are the ones that sometimes get in your way.
Right.
They kind of like, what the world they got going on here? They look alike. And I mean, I just kind of did ancient and Assyrian, you know. I'm trying to, there's a few ways to mix these up. But they're right. It's 1, 2, and 3. So I just put them down in the proper order. That's a da, and that's a ta, and that's an I there.
Right.
You know, okay? Here's let me put something up on the board right here. Here's something that'll get you kind of tricked a little bit also. You know, and the Assyrians sometimes they'll have this one, that one, and let's see. Weird. Hard to find one. I don't know. I'll just pick one. I don't know. Tell me what those are. Don't y'all tell me what these are. We'll make this look a little bit more like. I'll even do this one. Forgive me. Now, how about that? I want you guys to tell me what these are. I got one up here in the ancient and 3 down here in the Assyrian. They will get you confused. They'll set you straight now. Anybody?
No, I'll say.
I mean, tell me what they are. Tell me what this one is, what this one is, what this one. These are Assyrian here, and this is the. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can change the color of the one up there so people won't say, "What the hell is that doing up there?" Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
You get an answer?
Huh? Anybody?
The corner said Ma-Ta-I.
He said, we're going from right to left. I want to go from right, always from right to left. Always. Just for the sake of familiarity. I want you to go here, here first. Go that one first. And then, of course, tell me what that is in ancient up there, too. What do you say?
Yeah, it's still the same one. Ma-Ta-I.
Ma-Ta-I?
Kind of Ma-Ta-I.
Okay, he say ma,
Come.
ta, and I. All right? Ma-tai. He's saying this one's a ma?
I believe so, sir.
I guess. He said that's a ma, a ta, and an I. That's what he said?
I believe so, sir.
Alright. It's very close, man. It can be deceiving, I'm telling you. Especially when you write them on the board. And we don't want no handwritten stuff. We want it exactly what it looks like on the ancient chart or the Assyrian chart. No handwritten, because that's a whole nother ball game. Well, what you got?
Sister Parabah said, Ma ta sa.
What? They call this a ma?
Come on.
She said this is a ma?
Come on.
A ma? A what?
A ta and a sa.
And a sa. Okay.
She said the ancient is pa.
The ancient?
Come on.
Ancient is pa. She says pa.
Come on.
Okay. Let's keep going. I told you it's gonna be tricky, y'all. Take your time, think about it. Especially if I've done it right. I mean, I can understand. Let me. I mean, you guys are. I mean, you guys may look at it like, oh wow, I may have to amend it just a little bit. Let's see. Let me see. Let me amend it a little bit. Let me amend it because some people may be getting confused. They might. I tried. There. I'll let you guys amend your answers because I changed them. As a matter of fact, if you want to keep the same, let me know. It might have been in my artistry. What you got? Anybody?
The Quan said Ma ta sa.
Matasa? He said.
Sister Parabah said sa ta ma.
She said sa tama.
Good.
Okay. And Quan said what?
He said Ma ta sa.
Ma. He changed. He amended it, right?
Come on.
And I understand because I did change it. Ma tasa.
Come on.
And Sister Parabah says sa tama.
Come on.
What does Pagabawa got? Or Noli or.
They didn't put anything I don't want.
Oh shit. It's locked. Yeah. Everybody got that tie. They just stay on that one, didn't they? All right, we'll give you guys 10 more seconds here before I go ahead and give the answer. Because I just wanted to make sure I draw it right. Because sometimes you get these things a little confusing. But there are some distinctions. Okay. Let's clap it up for everybody there. It may have been my misunderstanding of something But the correct one is actually what Sister Parabot got. She's it's actually a saw. This is a saw. That's about as best I can draw. That's about right too, on the board. Saw, and it is. There are some distinctions there. This is an ending character M right here, so that's a ma. Why you know? Because this line is sort of straight right there. Okay, because the tops of those sort of look the same. Not quite, but you can tell on the saw it's round or oval or it's anything but square at the bottom like that. And the ta, of course, is a ta.
Right.
Now that's the difference. So when you're looking at, I just threw that ending character in there as a ma because that's what it is. What the difference is, I threw it in there because it looks less like a goddamn sa. Only the sa is more round belly. And not to be confused with this square belly right there. Right. And then it goes up, and then it's got a little stem up there. But that's the giveaway right there, here and there. Okay? That's the difference. And of course, the top one is a pa. That's a pa. And that's and I'm not trying to fool anybody. It's just sometimes just letting you know, show you that, of course, this is an ending character here. Because, you know, the real M, the M, the regular M looks like that.
Right.
And the ta, you know, and of course up here, that ta up here looks like that. And the sa up here looks like that. Okay? And that's the difference. But when you're doing a ma, you want to look for that flat bottom. Sometimes you'll be able to tell the difference. Sometimes it looks like that. Sometimes it looks like this. Right. It's going to be flat, but it ain't going to never be round. But when you see a sa or an oval, the first one I did was like this. Sometimes it'll look like that. You know, sometimes it'll look sort of oval shaped. I kind of exaggerated it right there. Right. But you know, these oval looks or a circle look, that's always a sa. But when you see that the ma at the end is always going to be like a square bottom there. It's kind of sort of confusing a little bit. You'll get used to them. It'll just be it'll look like that. That's just the way it is. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to distinguish those two. You know. Right. Kind of hard to tell what they are. And like you have something like, here's something that people get confused all the time. And I see this confused all the time, every week. All day damn long. Everybody. So we'll go with it. We go. People get this confused all the time. Tell me what these are. In the chat. Tell me what these are. I'm going to put, I mean, you know, tell me what they are. 1, 2, and 3. What are these? Because every time you have them, people always get them confused. I know I did. Anybody?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, but that's what you got going on right there. Tell me what these are. And I kind of, you know, I know what they look like because I know what I'm looking for, and of course you should too. I know what I'm looking for. You know, but they look alike. Anybody?
Also, Pagabawa said, I don't want to cheat. So lucky I don't want.
Huh?
He said, I don't want to cheat. So lucky I don't want.
Okay, he said he won't cheat?
Yeah, he don't want to. And then he said, ka, ha, and and then you got a question mark on the last one.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. And then of course the whole idea is not to look at the chart at all, it's to kind of go from your brain. That's how you really learn. But I don't care. I mean, it's if you're advanced enough to not cheat, then don't. This is your exercise.
And the Quan said ka ha tha.
The Quan and is he the only one got something down?
Well, the full answer.
Huh?
The full answer.
What the Quan got?
He said ka, ha, and tha.
Okay. Anybody else? That's what the Quan say. That's how you learn, man.
Right. I like that.
We counting these costs here, man. We
costs.
counting the cost of pain.
Right. Right.
The pain. What is it called? It's the pain of learning.
Right.
The agony of defeat.
Right.
That's what. I'm just joking, man. It's just strictly a joke. But that's what young man over here got at Kahan Da. What y'all think, Far Bob? Who else? Noli, Fagabawa. Who else? Officer Fagabawa. Who else?
Noli,
And
Marcus.
Us, right?
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus. Who else? Anybody in chat?
That was about it.
Okay. I don't know where CHAZAAQ probably at work, ain't it?
Well, it's like that home.
Check it out. The young man say he knows because I'm telling you, there's some people get these messed up all the time. Because they're not looking for these differences. They're not looking for them. And they're just not. People are not looking for them, What else? Because once you can get these down, then you'll have it. Everything else will be a process of elimination. You'll begin to understand, oh man, I know what these are. And of course, there's a couple more in here. We'll get to them before the night's over and I'll show you. There's a few more familiarities up there. Anybody else? Anybody else?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll give you guys 10 more seconds up there. Yes, sir. This is set you straight here now. Because if you can understand the little differences in these, then you'll begin to understand that, when you get officers getting ready for your test and people who's checking the class, just get some familiarity with the class, and that's good. It gets touch bases, and trying to sharpen your skills, and shows me that because that's what I did, man. I checked in class every single day for a whole year.
Right.
I still check in the class. But the point is, because I want to learn. And that's what it is. So anybody else?
Sir.
Okay, let's clap it up for one point. He's right. Ka, ha, and tha. And then let's see the difference here. The differences is what? All of them are ancient, right?
Oh, no, it's Assyrian, right?
All of them, I'm sorry. All of them are Syrian, right? Okay. So what does this have that this don't have? Or this don't have?
Space.
Okay, let's let people see that.
Oh,
Where's that space at? Right here? That space is right there, isn't it? And they look just alike except for that space. So you can exaggerate it a little bit, right? What does this one got that one don't got?
That one has a dip at the end.
I call it a golf club.
A golf club.
Right?
Right.
So let's put that golf club there. Right?
And a little cliff at the top.
Yeah, it has a little clip, it has a little, and you know, in Assyrian, all of them look like, at the top, it has some sort of looking thing looks like this.
Right, come on, guys. See,
All of them,
the last one.
okay? If it makes something like that, that's just the way they write.
Right.
With some little curly Q at the top, yeah, it's chicken scratch is what it looked like to me.
Right. Come on.
Okay, it don't look like our language. What's what you got?
The Quran said, yeah, he said one has a space. So one looks like a music note,
Music note? Yeah.
and the other one looks like
Oh, here.
kind of right.
Yeah, he's right.
And they said one looks like a box without the underline.
Right, and that music note, that's a good way of doing it. The
Right.
music note is like on a staff, on a treble clef or a bass clef.
Right.
You know, that's what that note looks like. And it could be, it depends on where you do it. It's an eighth note, I think.
Right. Come
That's
on,
an eighth note, I believe,
Yeah.
on the treble clef. But anyway, that's what they are. So once you get used to doing those, that's important to understand, right?
Come on,
Okay, and that's good. So let's clap it up for him, right? Exactly right. Okay, and then we have here's something that people get confused a lot. They get these confused. Okay? A lot of people get these confused a lot. They get these confused a lot. A lot. A lot. Right? Let's see. Oh, Lord. Here's another one. Hey, get these confused like white on rice, man. You know. Lord, have mercy. Tell me what these are. In the chat, what we got over there?
Officer talking about what I say, ooh wee.
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. He's right. That's right, officer. Pocket Bawa say, ooh wee. This set you straight here now. Them right there, oh, have mercy. I've been down the road on these. I've been down on the road on these now. Ooh wee is right. Hell, I gotta figure out what I did. Ooh wee. Exactly right on them. Somebody talk to me. Going from right to left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tell me what these are. We'll let y'all figure that one out there. Let me erase this ancient. I don't want y'all to get confused with that. And the Syrian, because it could be anything. Right?
Come on.
All right. Ooh-wee. He's right.
Oh man.
Come on, y'all don't go nowhere. You got that yayan going. I know it's Friday night, man. I know exactly how it is. We're almost done. Come on, let's clap it up for them. Let's get them ready up there. Ooh-wee.
Let's go.
Ha! Ooh-wee. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all tell me what this is, and I wrote them down pretty much like they are on the board, right?
Come on.
Ooh-wee. Come on now. What we got?
We got the Quran curse.
Yeah.
Says Ra, Da, Wa,
Okay. The Quran said what?
Ra,
Ra,
da,
da.
na, wa,
Come on, let's get it straight.
like it.
What now?
Ra, da, wa, na.
We. Ra, da, na, wa. Okay, all right. It'll set you straight. What else?
No, yeah.
Who that?
Not yet.
All right. Come on. If this exercise right here set you sure enough straight. And I tried to write them in proper perspective too. You know, so people can understand. All right.
Officer Hagabawa said, "Ya."
He said the first from 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
He said, "Ya, ka, na, ra."
Yakanara.
Come.
We. He said Yakanara. One said Radanawa. Radawana. We. All right, I respect that. What else?
Nothing yet. Yeah.
What did he say? Make sure you got it. He said Ya,
Come.
Ka.
Na.
What did he say again?
Ya, ka, na, ra.
1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Come.
Okay, all right.
And then Sister Powerball says, da, ra, wa, na.
Okay. She say,
Yeah.
we.
Ra, wa, na. Hey.
All right. Anybody else? I'm gonna explain all this stuff. Yeah. I mean, I try my best to do it, you know, in perspective.
Right.
All right. Anybody else?
Officer Pagabawa said, "This is crazy. I love it."
Yeah, exactly right, officer. Hey, listen, let's clap it up for everybody, right? Because everybody close, but no cigars right there. let me just, I'll leave it up there. I don't want y'all. All right, let me tell you what these are. Okay? And the first one, I know you think it looks like a da. Because a da down here, like it looks like a da looks like, let me show you what a da actually looks like on the board. It looks like a curl, okay? And sometimes it looks like that, but most of the time there's a little tip back there on the end. That makes a difference.
Right.
That little knob right there makes the difference, okay? That's actually a da. Okay? All right? This right here, and I mean I probably should have drawn a little longer, maybe like that. But that is actually a ka, an interconnecting ka right here. Okay?
Right.
That's what that is. Okay? All right? There's an ending connecting ka, ending connecting, all right, at the end. All right, this right here, what's that, Drew? What do you think?
That looks like a raw.
It's a ra. That's exactly right. That's what it is. And the reason why, because a ra is a little wider.
Right.
That's what it is. I mean, it's a little wider. I mean, I could have blown it up a little bit and did like that. But I kind of, you know, But just remember the da and the, here, I'm writing it here, ka. That's an indie-connected ka. That's a ra. This right here, I believe y'all said this was a wa, and I believe it is. I mean, I know it is. But I think a lot of y'all had it right. Okay? And of course, at the end is a na. That's an indie connecting ra. Okay? Na, I'm sorry. It's locked. Now, let's see if I can explain the difference. A lot of people have a problem with this ka and that da. The ka, here's, let me see if I can kind of draw it, because they kind of look alike, but one looks like it's like a stem with like a glorified looking 7 there, like that. Kind of hard to do. And I know the ka, when you're drawing a ka, it's sort of like that, but only, I mean, I don't know how I know the difference sometimes. I just do. But if you look on the chart, there is a difference. Well, this one is more like compact, like that for the da. Sort of like that. And this one's usually just a little bit longer, not much. It ain't really that much longer. But one's reaching in the air with not much of a stem. The other one has a stem on the end. And sometimes you'll see it illustrated like this.
Right.
Like that. Simply like that. That's a da. But over here, that ka, sort of, there is hardly, in the book, you'll hardly see no stem on it.
Right.
You'll see it almost just like that, straight down, you know. But over here, the ra will look, and if I had to glorify it and make it bigger, it will look sort of like this.
Right,
it'll look wider and not as compact, if anything. I may have blew it up just a little bit, might have thrown you off a little bit. And it's not a right or wrong thing. I just want you guys to understand the differences. The ra is wider. This one, the ra, the ending connector ka. Let me erase this because I don't want people to get confused. Okay, there we go. That's correct. The end connecting ka and the da, the biggest difference is, let me, oh, God, Lord, it's kind of, I don't know, I mean, it's hard to write this, but I'll do it again. It's like that with the little thing on the end. Like that.
Right.
Okay? That's like a da. But the ka doesn't have that. It has, a matter of fact, let's see which one is longer. Oh, yeah. It's longer, too. Okay, so that one's shorter, and this one is always a little longer. Just a little, not much. Those little distinct things right in there, sort of like that. Kind of hard to pick up here. All right? The da's usually a little wider, the ka's a little shorter. Sort of like that. I refined it just a little bit, so I apologize, Salaki. I wasn't trying to fool you. And sometimes this wa can look like just like that. Just a straight line with a short stem, just like that. Not much. Okay, and a na it's always slanted, sort of. It's real long, like a 7. All these look like 7s. I used to study them profusely. Like I said, man, geez, how am I ever going to get this down pat? Right. But these are the ones that'll get you in a trick bag in a minute. But the way to look at it is just to keep studying the ka. You'll know it in a word. You'll never see this one at the beginning of a word. Right. You'll always see the da somewhere in the middle of the beginning, right. But you'll never see this one. This is always going to be in the end. This ra could be anywhere, but it's usually going to be a little wider. It looks more like that. And then of course the wah, just like a little stick with just a little slither. I could have done it like that maybe. I'm not trying to trick nobody up in there. And then of course this was like a 7. They all like 7. That's slanted. So that's the biggest difference. So clap it up for everybody. Make sure everybody understand. Understand that we wasn't trying to. That's just the way it came out. But the point is, write this in your notes too, because these will go with you a long way. To reiterate, that's a da over there on the end. I didn't add that one, but really it's a ka that looks like a little more slimmer with a shorter looking 7 top. The da always have a little longer, will look like a little compact little 7, a little more little knot on the right end, and the ra looks like a wider variety, a little shorter stem. On the board it's kind of hard to do, and then the wah is just more of just a stick, which is a short stem up to the top, and then the na is always a long looking 7 that's crooked.
Right.
Okay? I mean, you just have to study those. I mean, it's on that chart. Pick them out on the chart and go over yourself. It's not about right or wrong. If I was doing a test on it, I would have given everybody an A just for looking at it, because it's hard enough to pick that up, man.
All right.
And so we do the last one of the night here. Last one. Last one. Last one of the night. Let's see. Boy, that was wicked right there. That was a wicked one. I'll call everybody mad now. Let's see. Here we go. These are wicked right here now.
Students done butchered our language, man.
Huh?
Said the students done butchered our language up.
Well, it's butchered, man.
We gonna use it for now.
Huh?
I said we gonna use it for now.
Yeah, man.
Everyone got distinct look.
Truly. I mean, because a lot of this stuff just kind of like don't really look like the same, but I'm just trying to make the ones that, here. This is the, I want you guys, this is the last one. This is a challenge, all right? All right, go to work on them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last one of the night, guys. There's 6 of them up there. Tell me what they are. Tell me what these are. I kind of made them real big on purpose so I can exaggerate it a little bit. I want y'all as the last one of the night, last exercise of the night, so y'all pick this one up. From 1, 2, 3, 4, I want y'all to put down in your chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody, what's that?
I guess he put applause in there.
Who?
Daquan.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. It's the last one of the night. Y'all pick this one up right here. Exactly right. Appreciate that, Daquan. What are these? It's wicked, ain't it? It's wicked, ain't it? Let me make this look a little better here.
Yes, sir. I like this.
Huh?
I like this.
Yeah. Wicked, ain't it? It is wicked. But I mean, I got to where I can differentiate all of them. And you will too. Tell me what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's put it right up there. Let's see what we got. Take your time. This is the last one of the night. Y'all take your time. Yes, sirree. Last lesson of the night. I mean, it could be Assyrian, it could be, it could be ancient, but they are something. So tell me what those are. I wrote them, they're real big, so I wrote them real big so you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What you got? Oh man. They working on it? Yeah. What y'all got on this? You writing those down? You checking it out, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
That's a good one, ain't it?
We got one.
All right, who's writing?
Officer Qadash.
What do you got? From right to left now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From right to left. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said 1 is Ka.
Yeah, Ka.
He said 2 is Ka. He said 3 is Ka.
You said 3 is Ka? Uh-huh.
And he said 4 is Sha. He said 4 is Sha again. I guess he meant to put 5.
5 is
Yeah,
Sha?
okay. 5 is Sha, and then 6 is Da.
6 is Da?
Come on.
All right. That's what he got. Kakasha Da. All right, who else? Come on, Parabot. This is the last one tonight. Come on, Nolan. Come on, Dequan. Hodges? That was his name, Hodges, right?
Daquan Chris.
Oh, the guy.
Marcus Harris.
Marcus Harris, I'm sorry. Marcus Harris?
Come on.
Marcus Harris. Slocky. Come on, it's the last one of the night, man. I mean, I wrote these big on purpose, guys, so you can see it. You don't have to write down whether they're Syrian or not. Just tell me what they are. They are something. You know in your mind what they are. We'll tell you what they are.
Right.
I'm mixing the charts right now. Well, what you got?
Sister Parabab said from
Right to left, right?
She said Ka Na.
Ka na.
Sha Ba.
Shaba.
Come.
Okay. Anybody else? Last one of the night. Last one before we close shop. Y'all been some brave souls and participants, and I appreciate this. Because if you can understand this, anything else I write down in a word and vocabulary, you will understand it. That means we can move on and start placing things in sentences
Right.
And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do maybe 3-word sentences next week, and even some what else? Some other things, some fun exercise. What you got? Who got?
No, I was about to say tenses. That's what you said.
Tenses. We'll do some tenses. Yeah, we've done them before. Anybody else?
Officer Pagabawas, he changes. He corrected himself.
What do you got?
He said from right to left, 1 is ka, 2 is ka, 3 is na,
3 is na.
4 is sha,
Yeah.
5 is sha, and 6 is ba.
6 is ba. Okay. You reserve the right to change it anytime you get ready. All right. Anybody else? Give you about 10 more seconds here. Daquan, what you got? What you got, Harris? What you got, Nolan? And some of these lessons may be a little bit too hard for the beginners, but if you write these notes down, then you'll get it. And that's the whole point. What I've done was combine the Syrian and the ancient together. And that's what I've done, because it's important to recognize these, man. So when I start writing words, so when I say, hey, what's this word, then we can move on.
Right.
And we can move on and say, what's this word? Now we can put that word in a sentence. That's what I've been aiming to do since I've gotten started. Okay, anybody else?
Nah, sir.
Okay. Say got ka, na, sha, ba. Let's clap it up for both of them, right? They're exactly right, because what we got here, they're exactly right. We have a ka in ancient. We have a ka in Assyrian. We have a na. That's in Assyrian, right?
Come on.
We have a sha, which is in ancient, right?
Come on.
Okay. And we have a sha in what? Assyrian?
Come on.
Well, in Assyrian, right?
Come on.
And then what's that? A ba?
And that bar.
I know a lot of people looking at that one. That ba is what? Assyrian, right?
Assyrian. Come on.
Okay, that's exactly right. So let's clap it up for class right here. You guys had a good class right here, okay? Clap it up. Exactly right. You guys did a superb job. Because if you can understand that chart, those last ones especially, then I know that you guys pretty much understand the chart. I don't care if you look at the chart. I don't care if you call yourself cheating. It doesn't matter to me. That's never been a problem. Ain't no such thing as cheating. Why you think we got the chart right in front of you? That's what it's for. Go ahead, use it. Use that chart. And the point is until you memorize it. At some point, you're going to memorize that chart. It's up to you. Yeah? What we got?
Sister Barbara said, Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ.
Officer Pagabawa said, notes, keep talking. Oh, yeah, he said, keep taking the notes all the time. Truthfully, he said, you're going to be a mighty man in UPK. And then he said, Sister Pagabawa gave a round of applause again.
Right, exactly. Let's clap it up. Exactly right. Okay, all right. We're going to read the security announcement. I'm glad you guys participate in class. I appreciate that. Come back every week and participate in class, okay? Security announcements. We are the Isupk, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the brother and sister. When a brother and sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah, 10% of every penny or increase. If any increase, the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teach it. The priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Okay, and we have the Passover coming up. It's on the 14th day of the first month, Friday, April the 15th, 2022. This year it's going to be down in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Right? Call the school. Get online, www.isupk SHAPAR.com and find out and govern yourself accordingly. Exodus 12:1, 51, Leviticus 23:4 and 5, 1 Corinthians 5:7 and 8, 2 Corinthians 30 and 17. Okay? That'll be our next holy convocation, okay? That's our next holy convocation. And we're going to give a salute to the brothers and sisters. Everybody clap it up. Anybody in the chat right anymore?
Officer Pakabawa said this is the class to learn that Lashawan Qadash.
That's right. Clap it up. Exactly right. Clap it up for it. Exactly right. That's what we try to do, okay? And we're going to give the brothers, all of my brothers in Isupk, a salute. Madam Shabbat. Madam. Barak. Yahweh. We're going to do, we're going to turn what normally sisters would be, face the Sar, okay, which means turn. Simple as that, right? Okay. We're going to do a Madam Shabbat, a Majid, Barak, Yahweh Shema, With that we say, Shalom.